Hey guys, welcome back to Revision channel. Today we're looking at 10 things you should know when considering moving to Liberia. Now I'm going to start this video and jump in right away. Now this is for two category of people. One are those who've never been to Liberia but who are Liberians or non-Liberians looking to live in Liberia short-term or long-term, either for years or maybe just a few months. This is also for Liberians who've been gone out of the country for maybe 5 to 10 years or more and are looking to transition back into Liberia. Either one of these categories though, there are 10 things that you should know since you've been out of the country for a little while. Number one thing to consider when moving back to Liberia is power source, electricity. What I mean is in Liberia, unless if you currently live or you're moving to an area that's tapped into the LEC, the nation's electricity company that provides electricity, you will have to use generators. One thing I would recommend when moving to Liberia, either long-term or short-term, is to invest into solar panels. Now, we do see a few of these things are coming up in Liberia. Some of these new buildings are adding solar panels on the roof, which is, I think, the best thing you can do, considering that you don't have to pay for gas every day or oil every day to put in your generator. And also, even if you're tapped into the LEC, the nation electricity company, that is not really reliable. While it's in Liberia, where we were staying, they had an LEC connection there as well. But you have maybe 3 to 5 times during the day, you have the electricity go out for anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes at a time. That can get annoying. Also, if you're doing a lot of work in Liberia, we ran into a lot of issues where I'm editing or doing something really important and then the electricity goes off and all my system shuts down. So if you do not want that, if you're going to be doing things like that or working from home or doing any kind of project at home and need electricity, you will have to have something reliable. I mean, the country is sunny. I mean, it's all year round. That's a great place to have a solar panel where you don't have to worry about electricity bills or generator going off and things like that. The initial investment is not even that much. These solar panels are quite affordable nowadays because there are so many different varieties and company making them. So you can find maybe between 5 to 10 of them and put them on your rooftop for an affordable initial investment. And that can take you for years whilst you're over there and have something always reliable. I do want to attach with this one though, it's not a different point, it's just a sub point, is to carry power banks, these little portable power banks. So when you have a portable bank, we had this charger bank that is pretty big, that I think it jumps car, it starts to have flashlights on and everything. That's a great thing to carry because then when you can charge it at night. When you leave your house and be gone all day, you can use that power bank just in case your phone or laptop, whatever it is, dies. You can charge it. So number two is a common thing most people already know, but I will say it, is if you're going to Liberia and you're sending a vehicle or taking a car, or you're thinking about buying a car, you should buy a truck. Buy a higher up, like a truck, an SUV, something with all-wheel and something that's really high up. It really wouldn't serve you any good if you take a sports car or a car that's low to the ground. You will be very limited on where you take that car, maybe right in the city area, only where there are good roads. But as soon as you leave the highway, you're gonna run into problems. Most people that have lower cars and sports cars and these nice looking cars that are regular cars instead of trucks are people who have multiple vehicles. So that way at least you can substitute it if you're just going to maybe on a weekend to have some fun or going to the clubs and stuff like that. You can take your nice looking sports car. If you're gonna have one vehicle in Liberia, it has to be a truck, an SUV, because I'm telling you, it's not going to serve you any well to have a regular car. I mean, people do have it there, but those cars struggle to be everywhere. And also your car, the underneath is going to be scraping all the time because the roads over there is going to be bumping. And that car is not going to last long. You're going to have to do a lot of maintenance to it. I'll even recommend going to the extreme. If you're going to Liberia now for a long time, maybe to move and to live there, I recommend maybe even sell your car, sell your regular car and buy an SUV. Maybe you save some money, add it on top and buy an SUV, a truck, a Toyota 4Runner, a 4x4, like a pickup truck, whatever it is that these cars that are higher up. The third point is to, when you go into Liberia, just already start planning your day, especially this is for those who are going for a short term. Maybe you're going to work on a project, you're going for 3 to 6 months and things like that. Start to already know where you are. Start to know which part of the city you're going to be. Most of the places you're going to need to go. If you can make an arrangement now for the projects you'll be working on, try to schedule all of those in early morning time, where you can at least get up very early and get to that place in time. The reason is because of traffic. If anything, this is one of the most important. If you're living in the heart of the city, in Monrovia, Oro, Cinco area, Duporo area, and places like that, that's where you're going to be. I recommend start to plan all your days. Any project you have to do, always plan it ahead of time and make sure it's in the morning, either in the morning or all the way at night. Because if you do anything during the day around that time, you're going to run into a lot of traffic. The traffic was bad during the holiday season when I was there. However, though, even outside of holidays, all year round, the traffic is terrible. It's going to make doing business for you so hard in Liberia, and you're not going to really enjoy your stay if you're going there to work on projects and stuff like that. It starts to get frustrating. It starts to waste a lot of time. It may prolong how long you need to get something done. It may prolong that time frame. Other than that, you spend all your day sitting to and from places you're going in traffic. You'll be spending more time in traffic than you're spending actually being productive. So that's point number 3. Point number 4. This one is a little weird. When I say it, it may seem strange and maybe not even a good recommendation, but based on the situation in Liberia right now and how things are, you have to. And point number 4 is leave all your traffic rules behind, your traffic codes that you know in the city you live in. If you're in Europe, in Americas and things like that, just leave those codes behind, because none of those things are going to work in Liberia. Nobody really go by any traffic rules over there. Because of how congested things are, people just create their own path, create their own way, and everybody do their own thing. So it's going to be very, very overwhelming for you if you're moving to Liberia. So just know that this is just a mental tip. It's not something where you have to physically get anything for, right? So it's a mental tip. Just be prepared that when you do get there, to not worry about traffic codes. Like if like a yield, stop for the other vehicle to yield, or drive only on your lane, or stay. No, none of those things work over there. Everybody drive their own way, especially during traffic. It's a 2-lane that turn into 6 lanes. People go on the opposite side, coming on the other side. There's no yield if you trying to get onto the highway from a ramp or from an exit. Nobody's gonna stop for you. Nobody will stop for you. So basically, you just have to jump in front of the car coming in front of you and hope that they stop and get on a road and start going. There's no traffic rules. Absolutely no, like the speed limit or like a slow down pedestrian walking sign. All of those things, none of it exists currently. Maybe it will get better in the future, but nothing exists. So all of your traffic rules, just get rid of it and mentally start preparing that when you get there, it's just gonna be freestyle. Everybody doing their own thing. You just have to roll with the punches. You just have to go with the flow of traffic, and figure your way out, maneuver your way into places, force yourself into places if you need to go. Because if you are trying to get onto a highway and you're saying, oh, I'm gonna sit here and the next car is gonna yield, or I'm gonna yield and somebody's gonna slow down and stop or whatever, you're gonna sit there until God's kingdom come. So so just forget that and leave the whole traffic rules. And that's something I hope gets better, because there are some infrastructures and system put in place now. So there are a few things that have changed. However, things are still pretty bad as far as traffic. Point number 5. This is for my drinkers. I'm pretty sure they're light. You guys are all light drinkers, right? This is for my drinkers. If you're somebody who loves a nice cocktail, if you're somebody who, every weekend like to take your little Ciroc or Hennessy with your, your balcony and things like that, like to chill, that's another issue you're gonna run into. The country lacks liquor. Let me tell you this. If you're able to take liquor to Liberia and have liquor in your house, at your place, you're gonna be the man. Your spot is gonna be where everybody's gonna be at. Your spot is gonna be popping. You're gonna have a lot of visitors, and you're not gonna be bored because there's no liquor. Everybody's drinking beer. So if you have liquor, this is a secret. You're gonna be the man. You're gonna run the block. Trust me. That was stupid. But anyways, I mean, there are liquor, right? There are a few stores. You have to travel places, maybe go to the city, go to the liquor store to buy it. However, though, these things are expensive. Like a bottle of Hennessy that costs you $40 in the US or in Canada and Europe will cost you double the price, double and half the price, maybe about $100 or $95 for that $40 bottle, US dollars. And then if you dare go to the clubs and to buy a bottle of Hennessy, that'll cost you about 200 US dollars. The same bottle that's cost $40. If I was you and I'm going to Liberia to live there for a long time, and I love to drink my little cocktail, my little Hennessy and things like that, I will pull a barrel of liquor when you buy them here on sale, whatever it is, and take them with you. Because trust me, you're gonna run into issue where you're gonna be drinking beer every day, all weekends, because that's the only thing that really is affordable. Other than that, any kind of liquor gets quite expensive. Point number 6, this is again common sense again, but leave all your long sleeves behind. Leave your long sleeve shirts, all your big suits and like double-breasted suits and 3 pieces and stuff like that. Especially if you've been out of Liberia for a long time, lived in Europe or America, you're really not gonna wear that. Trust me. I took suits and stuff. Even we went to places where it was appropriate. I didn't wear it because sometimes even up to 11 or midnight before you have some cool breeze. Other than that, it's hot. It is very, very hot. So I recommend just take a lot of t-shirts and shorts and slippers. Leave all your long jeans. I'm not gonna leave all of them, but like most of your long jeans and long sleeves, I'll probably take just 3 or 4 pairs of each. And everything else is like nice shirts and t-shirts and shorts and stuff like that. Now, if you do take suits, we all know there are suits out there that are like linen suits for summertime. There's like really the lining in the suit is a different material, so it's breathable. So those suits, you can take them there and wear them with like the little sandals and things like that, and not be so hot. But other than that, if you have a double-breasted suits, all your major suits and long sleeve shirts and all that nice stuff, it's not necessary. If you're thinking about buying them, if you already have them, you could take them, give it to people or wear them if you can bear the heat. Other than that, if you're going to shop for items to go, I wouldn't buy suits and double-breasted suits and 3-piece suits and all of that stuff. Long jeans, a lot of them. I'll probably get a couple, but everything else would be nice. Shorts and hats and sunglasses and t-shirts and stuff like that. Point number 8 is also a mental note. Just know that this is going to be a major change for you. This is for those who are going for the first time, those who are non-Liberians, those who are Liberians but have been out of the country for an extended period of time. Just know that it's going to be a big difference, right, in the standard of living, the way of living. So how you can just wake up and just go down to a little cup for a gas station and get milk and things like that, or you just run and come back in like 5-10 minutes, or you run to a cup food, you're cooking, you forgot something, or you need some condiments, you need a little milk and juice and things like that. All of these are going to be a major shopping trip for you. These are something you can't just do just randomly throughout the day, especially if you want condiments like that. You can get things. There are local stores around the area. You can run across the street and get stuff, but it may not be the things you're used to. For those things that you're used to, you may have to make that one trip to the city center to go to the bigger supermarkets and stuff like that. That goes the same for ease of access. I'll put that the same thing for banking and business and access to money. And the ATM is always out of money, and it really doesn't give you much. So if you're somebody who's going to be in Liberia that has to do a lot of running around with physical cash, I recommend taking cash. I recommend having somebody that that works at the Western Union or MoneyGram or a bank that can help you, because other than that, you really wouldn't be able to get a lot of money. Point number 8 has to do with housing. So if you're going to live in Liberia for a short period of time, maybe you're living somewhere temporarily and thinking about getting your own place, or you're going there and you are going to look for a place to stay, maybe stay with a family for a few days and stuff like that. Note that housing is expensive in Liberia. That used to all your amenities, that's just a given, right? Anywhere you go, no matter how cheap or expensive the place is, you get certain type of amenities. Your running water, light heats and stuff like that. It's not hard, but like it's expensive to get all of those things in a place in Liberia, relatively, meaning compared to the money that people make in the country, the economy, your monthly salary for people and stuff like that. To live in a place that's decent will cost you a lot of money. will run you between anywhere from $300 to $600 for a decent place. And you're like, wait, $300 for it? That's cheap. Well, that's cheap if you're in the US, but that's $400 US dollars. $500 is not cheap if you're living in Liberia, because the average person, maybe that have a decent job over there, makes between, again, $300 to $600 a month. So if your rent is costing 75 to 80% of your monthly income, that's very, very expensive. If you're out in the outskirts of the city, might be affordable, but in the city area where you can have access to most of the things going on, it's going to be expensive to live there. Point number 9 is security. That's one of the things that people, I think most Liberians are going to Liberia. Most of the questions we get in our inbox to is Liberia safe? Now, as far as security, you know, when I was there, I didn't encounter anything that I feel like it was threatening or not safe. Of course, in every country and in Liberia, there are things that are happening every time. People get robbed, stuff gets stolen and stuff like that. People get attacked. It happens, right? It's not something where you go, it's happening everywhere and that's all you see or no. It happens in places and times where that kind of things happens. Like, you know, in a very rundown neighborhood, where there are a lot of crimes and you go in there, maybe all flashy looking or a lot of money, a lot of valuables, or at midnight or way in the evening when everything is shut down and dark, you know, you were running a risk. But as far as security in Liberia, for the vast majority of the time I was there and people that live there, and we all know and what we see and hear, it is safe. Especially if you're living in a good neighborhood, you have a fence and barbed wire in your fence and things like that. You're going to just major places during the day, maybe early evenings and going back home and stuff. There's nothing to worry about really. People don't just go around vandalizing places, especially if you live in a fence and gate and stuff like that. Nobody's gonna come and ram the gate down or stuff like that, or just it doesn't happen that way. So just travel in groups, at least 2 or 3 people at a time if you're going out at night. But then during the day, you know, just you can do your daily life. It's not like a war zone or like some kind of purge where people are robbing people. The country is safe for the most part, unless you, like I say, you do stupid things at stupid times. Just like here, pepper spray, the taser gun, whatever it is, put it in your bag. Just that's any part of the world. Just have those couple things in there for extra peace of mind. But for the most part, it's safe. The last point here also to close the video is negotiation. The price somebody gives you, just know that thing costs half of whatever price they're giving you, quote they're giving you. So just be prepared when you go to the market area and somebody tell you this thing is $100. That person is most likely willing to take a $50. So always start with half of whatever the quote they gave you and negotiate your way. I wouldn't go more than 20-25% more than the starting price that I gave, which is half of whatever that thing costs. Most of the time, because again, most people will know you're not from Liberia, or at least you've been out of Liberia for a long time. They'll always give you maybe 2-3 times more, whatever the thing costs. It's up to you now to notice it or to negotiate every time to about starting with half or a little less than half their quote and then working your way from there. But I wouldn't go more than 20-30% more than my initial cost that I gave them. So there you go, guys. These are 10 things to know before going to Liberia. If you're going to live short-term or long-term, of course, there are a lot more things to know. That's where you guys come in who are watching this video. I encourage you to please go ahead and comment below. I know I missed a lot of stuff. Comment below other things that people can be prepared for, or that can take with them, or things that will help them making the transition. So just go in the comment section below. And if you're watching this video too and you're making that transition or thinking about making the transition in the next few years, go in the comment section and read whatever other things that people are posting. And also, if you know a few, go ahead and drop that in the comment as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Have a good day.